I mean, music for me has had a huge impact. It's I like to call, like, hip-hop is almost a religion, bro. Like, and it's almost like I've learned so much about myself over the past 9 years making hip-hop, more than I ever did growing up, more than I did going through high school, more than, you know, like, and I almost feel like hip-hop is a religion in the sense that anybody that creates hip-hop, man, like, they always are gonna, like, learn so much about themselves, you know? Like, when you actually put something onto a track and you put it out there for it to get judged and for, you know, whether it takes off or whether it doesn't, and just taking those risks, like, you're definitely going to learn a lot about yourself. And, you know, when it comes down to, like, actually writing lyrics and writing intelligent hip-hop, like, I've educated myself a lot through, you know, writing on these certain topics and not wanting to sound like a fucking idiot. So you go through and you research and things like that, and you figure out, like, I've learned so much through hip-hop. Like, I learned a lot of vocabulary through hip-hop, you know, like, I consider it as my college, you know, like, everything I invest into hip-hop is my college degree. And that's just, like, I'm at that point in my life where it's made that kind of impact where I feel like it is the future, you know? I mean, music is super therapeutic, especially the writing process. I mean, there's thousands of songs that I've written that have never been released, but those help me get through a lot of things, you know. Whether or not you ever release them or not, just writing your feelings down on paper is definitely it's definitely impactful. It has a lot of power, and you know, I learned that more and more as I get older and as I mature. You know, when I was younger, I wasn't necessarily writing to be therapeutic. You know, I was writing to make raps. But the more I get older, and you know, if I take a week off from writing and listening to beats, like, I feel it. I get stressed. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of pent up things, and I'm like, okay, well, let's just go write this down. Like, it doesn't even have to be a song. You know, like, you can just write it down. Like, okay, cool. I'm gonna come back to this later. This is how I'm feeling right now. I'll figure it out later. I'll come back and make it a song. But just the whole process, bro, and like listening to beats is therapeutic, you know, like there's so many good things about hip hop. Like, you know, there's a lot of fuck it moments in your career. I mean, shit, it happens almost once a month, you know what I'm saying? Like, it almost comes like a fucking period. Like, you're just always, as a creator, you're always vulnerable, you're always like, you know, you're emotional, you know what I'm saying? So like, you have to be able to express those emotions, and a lot of times those emotions are fuck it. Like, I'm done with it, you know, I'm done with hip hop. I'm tired of, you know, spending this money and not necessarily seeing the money come back like I thought it would. I'm tired of, you know, putting out this dope ass song and spending money on this video and it only getting 1,000 plays. But I feel like the reason I always come back to it is just the writing aspect of it, man. Really, like, I feel so stressed without music and not being able to write and not being able to come back and turn my feelings into something that I feel that can be spread to help other people. You know, like, at the end of the day, I don't necessarily need to be the biggest artist, but I know that my music has impacted a lot of people in good ways. You know, I've heard a lot of good messages, including the bad ones, you know, but like, I've heard way more good stories from people connecting with my music, and I think that's what's always brought me back, is just being able to connect with people and share your story and really help people out. That's like one of the best things you can do, and you know, it's fun above that, you know, like, you get to travel, you know, you get to travel, see the world, and meet new people, and really, really grow and learn from it. And that's just like, I feel like it's just always brought me back, because I feel I'm always hungry, you know, I'm not done with it. Like, I can't, as much as it throws me off, you know, throws me down sometimes and things like that, like, I still always come back to it, because I feel like there's more for me to get out there. And I feel like I deserve it at this point, you know.